Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Boy Aidan.
I'm Gaynor. I'm Sophie.
Today we've got 8 of Florida's most invasive species.
Ooh.
Now, I hate animals like this.
Like that?
Like that, yeah. But what is that, a frog?
Frog, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably alright. He's probably
it's
alright.
funny, isn't it? Because when I watch The Jungle, they put snakes in the thing with them and spiders and stuff. But when they put the frogs in, I'm like, that wouldn't bother me.
No.
Yeah,
or even rats, to be honest with you.
Rats, no. I'm scared of
You're not scared of rats?
No.
Oh, God.
I'm not really scared
Like, they
of
wouldn't
it.
hurt. Like, spiders, absolutely not. But rats, they're just I just think of them as like big hamsters or like guinea pigs. Like, do you know what I mean?
No.
Like,
when I lived in America, when I lived in New Jersey,
I just don't like the way they move.
Our washing machine was down in the basement, and I'd gone downstairs, put the washing in, took the stuff out the dryer, folded it, put it in the basket, and as I was about to walk up the stairs, there was a mouse that was dead, wasn't even alive, dead on the stairs. And I could not physically walk past it. I was down there for 3 hours till Darren came home.
That's a bit extreme.
Yeah, but I could not. I was like...
See, I think mice are really cute. No? Do you know what I think it is? I just think it's a long tail that freaks people out.
Yeah.
If they have that little short tail, like hamsters and stuff.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't think they'd be as...
Declan and Gabby had these...
creepy.
What were they? Dwarf hamsters.
The little diddy ones.
Yeah, remember?
I just thought they were normal hamsters.
No, they were dwarf hamsters. And I said to him, I'm not cleaning the cage out because I can't physically touch them. Or if they get out, I can't, catch them or anything. So just make sure that everything's closed at the same time.
No, they were cute, though. They were
cute
sound.
to look at. But if you
just not touch.
But I couldn't actually touch, I couldn't hold one. But when I was a kid, I could. I was like the gerbil monitor at school. But
yeah, but I'm talking more like snakes and maybe even Florida is probably going to
alligators.
But it's not really a most invasive species.
No.
I don't know.
Should thinking of birds or anything like that,
But Florida's probably the place for all the creepy animals, though, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, out of everywhere.
They have a lot of
in
wetlands, don't they?
Yeah, a lot of marshes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Anyway, this is 8 of Florida's most invasive species.
From giant toads to highly adaptable hybrid snakes, let's take a look at 8 of Florida's most invasive species. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to They Will Kill You. Hit the like button and request any topics you'd like to learn about in the comments section below. Number 8, Nile crocodile. Even though they aren't an established species, the mere idea of Nile crocodiles calling Florida their home is terrifying. In the past, several were found in the state south, but they'd most likely escaped captivity.
There's loads of alligators and crocodiles, isn't there, actually? Yeah.
And weren't considered evidence of an invasive process. Even so, Florida officials were given a green light to shoot any Nile crocodiles on sight, to eliminate any chance they might have of reproducing. That's because these creatures are among the most dangerous predators in the animal kingdom. They're massive crocodilians with heavily armored skin, which are second in size only to saltwater crocodiles. There have been reports of some over 16.5 feet in length and 1,650 pounds in weight, with an extremely powerful bite. And once their jaws grip you, it's almost impossible to escape. They can apply high levels of force for an extended period of time, which is useful in their native environment when they're drowning large prey. In Africa, these highly aggressive animals have earned a reputation as man-eaters, and they're responsible for hundreds of human fatalities every year.
God.
Their fearsome reputation dwarfs that of the American alligator, which would arguably be inferior to Nile crocodiles should the two ever compete for food. Number 7, New Guinea flatworm. Much like their name implies, this flatworm species is native to the island of New Guinea. They've been observed preying on earthworms, land snails, slugs, and other invertebrates. In Florida, New Guinea flatworms were first observed in Miami-Dade County in 2012. Since then, reports have been coming in from over 40 counties. As an invasive species, the New Guinea flatworm has reduced the Hawaiian tree snail population in Oahu and is a known land snail predator in Japan. In Florida, it can consume threatened or endangered snail species. The flatworm is also a carrier for the rat lungworm parasite, which can be transmitted to people via ingestion. However, so far, there haven't been any confirmed reports of rat lungworm infection in Florida's human population. Number 6, Argentine black and white tegu. The Argentine black and white tegu is a large lizard native to South America, found in Brazil, northern Argentina, Paraguay, and eastern Uruguay. Reproducing tegu populations are established in Florida, mainly in Miami-Dade and Hillsborough counties, but reported sightings have been coming in from other counties as well. Like other animals on our list, their introduction in the wild was a consequence of the ever-booming pet trade which takes place in the state. Tegus can reach almost 4 feet in total length and weigh close to 10 pounds. On average, females lay about 36 eggs each year. Once hatched, they grow rapidly and can live up to 20 years. As adults, these creatures have few natural predators. Tegus are omnivorous lizards that consume insects, fruits, eggs, and small animals such as rodents and reptiles. They're a threat to local wildlife due to their habits of preying upon the nests of other animals. They're known to eat young gopher tortoises, animals which are considered threatened. They also eat agriculturally valuable foods, and according to recent evidence, their population seems to be expanding. Wow. Number 5, giant toad. This invasive amphibian secretes a potent toxin as a defensive mechanism against predators. The giant toad, also known as the cane toad, can grow to be 6 to 9 inches in length. First introduced to Florida in the...
That just reminded me. Was it not true if you lick a toad, you get like high from it? Did I dream that?
No, like...
I don't... What is like...
Does it not like have like a...
I'm like sure hallucinogenic on it or something?
Yeah.
Do you know what, I genuinely think I might have heard what you were on about before,
Yeah, that's
you know.
what I'm thinking.
I'm sure somebody said if you lick
It's
a toad,
definitely not the first
you
time
get
someone
like...
said that to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, in like... Maybe like, did they do that like years ago in like Egypt or something? I don't know.
Just when it,
Do you know
when
what
it
I mean?
said
Yeah.
then, it'd be poison, I thought, I'm sure I heard somewhere that if you lick a toad, you get like high from it, like hallucinations. Not that I'm going to go
Find out.
licking
I mean,
a
yeah.
toad.
There's only one way to find out, yeah.
Go down to the canal.
1930s and 1940s as a means of controlling agricultural pests. They breed year-round in standing water, canals, ditches, and streams. Currently, breeding populations are found in Central and South Florida. Giant toads secrete a milky white toxin from glands which are located behind their ears. They can sicken and even kill domestic pets and native animals that bite on them. For people who handle these toads, their secretions may irritate the skin or burn the eyes. Number 4, Nile monitor. Nile monitors are among the largest lizards in Africa, reaching over 7 feet and weights in excess of 33 pounds.
A lizard?
Monitor lizards have strong legs, muscular bodies, and powerful jaws. Their sharp claws are used for digging, climbing, or tearing at their prey. They're an invasive species in Florida, with the most concentrated population located in Cape Coral in Lee County. They tend to inhabit water edges, and their spread is facilitated by South Florida's extensive canal system. Monitor lizards negatively impact the areas they inhabit due to a combination of factors. They have a generalist diet, a high reproduction rate, and travel both in fresh and salt water. In Africa, they're known to raid crocodile nests, eat eggs, and prey on small crocodiles. This can affect Florida's indigenous crocodiles, such as the American alligator and the American crocodile. In Cape Coral, the lizards have been connected to the disappearances of livestock and domestic pets. Since their diet is so broad, it means that federally protected species such as sea turtles, gopher tortoises, or wading birds are also in danger. Number 3, lionfish. The first reports of invasive lionfish came in 1985
That's a cool
off Florida's
fish.
Atlantic coast near Dania Beach. The exact circumstances of their introduction aren't clear, but it's suspected that they were discarded from aquariums. As of 2010, they began turning up in areas where no lionfish had previously been recorded, such as the northern Gulf of New Mexico. As a predatory reef fish, this creature can reduce important native fish populations, such as herbivorous species that keep the algae levels in check. In fact, the lionfish is considered the greatest threat to coral reefs in the region and could be reducing Atlantic reef diversity by up to 80%. Lionfish, which are usually 12 to 15 inches in length, tend to be larger in areas where they aren't indigenous, exceeding 18 inches. They also have venomous spines on their fins, which can cause you painful injuries if the fish aren't handled properly. Number 2, Gambian pouched rat. With lengths of up to 3 feet from head to tail, the Gambian pouched rat is one of the largest rat species in the world and it enjoys a wide distribution.
Don't, if it's
3 foot, that's just crazy.
Surely it can't like be
If it's
like
3 foot, it'd be like a dog.
Yeah. Inches, right?
With lengths of up to 3 feet from head to
3
tail.
feet?
The Gambian pouched rat is one of the largest rat species in the world and it enjoys a wide distribution in sub-Saharan
I'd die for seeing that.
The species' common name was inspired by its habit of storing food in its cheek pouches. In Florida, the rats were introduced through the pet trade, and some were bred in captivity on grassy keys. Then at some point, several rats either escaped or were released on purpose and established a breeding population in the area. As an invasive species, the Gambian pouched rat is of high concern. Females can produce litters up to 5 times over the course of 9 months, and each litter features an average of 4 young. So far, the rats have been contained to grassy keys, but should they reach mainland, they might pose a threat to the agricultural industry in the south of Florida. Native rat species such as the Key Largo wood rat, the silver rice rat, or the cotton rat might also suffer because the invasive species is larger than them and may outcompete them for food. There are also several health concerns. The African rodent was responsible for the 2003 outbreak of monkeypox in the US. All of the 71 reported monkeypox cases were traced back to the Gambian pouch rats, imported from Ghana by an exotic pet distributor. The suspicion is that the rats, which are known carriers, had spread it to prairie dogs, which were then purchased as pets. The infectious disease has a 10% risk of death, and in the aftermath of the outbreak, the importation of Gambian pouched rats was banned. Fortunately, no deaths were recorded, but patients did experience fever, muscle aches, headaches, and rashes. Number 1. Hybrids.
Wait, do you still like rats?
I think that's the worst one, yeah?
Yeah.
Out of all of
Can you
them.
imagine coming across, it'd be about this big, right?
Yeah.
Probably be about this big and then his tail would be like...
Yeah.
Oh, don't.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, then on the thing it said inches, didn't it? IN, like inches.
No, it said...
Oh, is it
was just
3?
saying in. It was just saying like the word in.
Oh, sorry. It was just like, I'm hoping it's not 3 feet, but...
Yeah, it said 3
imagine.
and then the little apostrophe for feet and then it said in length.
Yeah, it must be like this big probably then, a big
Yeah.
long tail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think I'd die on the spot if I seen one of them.
You would
Bad-
scream uncontrollably.
Yeah, it was bad enough when I pulled up in the car outside and there was a rat.
And you were in the car anyway.
I was in the car. I was like, I can't get out and go in the office until that's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it don't bother me, stuff like that, you know.
No.
Like the fox, like, I've never seen a fox in all the time that I've been here. And then I've seen, it must be the same one, I've seen like twice in like the space of like a week. And it's really cute.
No, I don't like foxes.
No.
I wouldn't get out of my car and go if there was a fox near the car.
Would you not?
No.
If it was near the car, there's no way.
Well, I was like walking, I'd literally just closed my door as it was like walking straight past the car.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't mind. But its fur looked all like, it had like a massive patch where it had no fur and it just looked really like...
Mange.
Yeah, broke my heart. But yeah, just don't want to get too close
And
to it.
rashes. Number 1. Hybrid snakes.
Oh, God.
Burmese pythons are giant constrictor snakes that can reach over 15 feet in length. Because of their size, they face few predators, with the exceptions of humans and alligators. Over the course of a decade, starting from 2001, scientists have examined the tissue from 400 invasive Burmese pythons captured in Florida's Everglades. It's worth mentioning that pythons have been breeding in the area ever since the 1980s, with a devastating impact on the local small mammal population. When they were analyzed from a genetic perspective, 13 of them were discovered to have been a crossbreed between the Burmese python and the Indian rock python. The latter is smaller, faster, and arguably more aggressive than the Burmese python and tends to prefer a higher and drier environment.
What's it
That
swallowed?
got
To be
Yeah.
the most likely
Yeah.
took place before the snakes became established in South Florida. The discovery is worrisome because the hybrid species displays signs of increased adaptability, both in dry and wet habitats.
Okay, look,
This is
you're
due to
lucky.
something called hybrid vigor, which occurs when the best traits of the interbreeding species have been passed on to their offspring. In this case, it might mean that these invasive pythons will exhibit a broader and faster distribution. This doesn't bode well for Florida's wildlife officials, who've already faced difficulties in eliminating the snakes from the Everglades region. There are close to 150,000 pythons wreaking havoc on native species such as bobcats, foxes, raccoons, and rabbits. In this context, the threat of a super adaptable python spreading through Florida is most definitely cause for concern. Thanks for watching. Which invasive species do
I tell you
you
something. I won't be moving to Florida.
No, that's what I'm
soon.
saying. I generally wouldn't move to places because of animals like that.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't move to Florida now.
No.
No offense to you from Florida.
Yeah. I've seen some guy on TikTok, right, and he like goes into like the Florida Everglades, just like barefoot and just starts picking up snakes and stuff like that.
Like, does he want to
Die?
Yeah.
Like, I thought it's like,
It's fascinating.
if you grow up with it,
Yeah.
maybe you're like not really that scared of it, but
Yeah.
I'll be scared.
Yeah, that'd be terrifying. Because I feel like over here we don't have anything like that, do we? Like, in terms of like our wildlife, it's just like hedgehogs, squirrels,
Pigeons.
pigeons, like, yeah,
Pigeons
exactly.
everywhere. Everywhere there's a pigeon.
Do you know what I mean? There's nothing
Yeah.
like that. Like,
Yeah.
we don't get alligators. Don't really get. Do we get any snakes?
We definitely
Maybe
do get like snake,
garden
but, like,
snake.
I think
yeah.
they get like what they called, are they like corn snakes and stuff
Like,
like
cute,
that.
like just small ones.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure they're venomous.
No.
They're probably not over.
Yeah.
You don't ever hear of
I
it.
think if they bit you, you hurt, but you wouldn't
Yeah.
die from it.
Yeah, I think the worst we've got is like wasps. And they sting you.
We don't have any poisonous spiders either.
We don't.
No?
We don't have anything. We don't have really any dangerous animals.
No.
I wonder why though. Is it just not like warm enough climate for them all? I don't know.
I don't know, to be honest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Then.
I'm happy with it though. Keep them away. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.